everyone, and welcome to my very ugly desk. Oh well, so I've been painting. Today we have this book by Johanna Basford that we're going to take a look at. So Johanna Basford is known for her coloring books. She has several coloring books. World of Flowers, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, Enchanted Forest, Secret Garden, Magical Jungle, Lost Ocean, and Johanna's Christmas. So she is known for coloring books. So when I heard she was bringing out another book, I wasn't surprised at all. I was like, all right, another coloring book. But then I saw that it's called How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. So is this a coloring book or is this how to draw? Like Johanna Basford. Let's open it up and take a look and see what it is. Alright, so we have a little flippy outy thing here, and we have kind of the signature cover. I think that's, we've got flippy outy on most of these with a very intricate drawing. It's cardboardy material. And then we have the cover page. Create and color your own magical adventure. This looks like a very cute page to color. Alright. Again, these look like her coloring books so far. Paper is really nice. Whoop, pushing things off my desk. So then we get into an introduction and tips for using this book. So she says, I'm going to share a secret with you. One that the art world has been trying to keep quiet for centuries. Drawing isn't a talent, it's a skill. And I very much agree with that. I think anybody can draw and anybody can color and be creative. It's just how much effort you're willing to put into it and how much you're willing to practice it. So I think that's great. So it looks like she gives you a little bit. Of course, you're gonna have to buy the book if you want to read the whole thing. But she goes into that it's a method plus imagination plus times practice equals drawing. And I really like that. All right, tips for using this book. Practice on paper. Pencil first, then ink. Test your materials. I recommend some of the materials I use on the following pages. Art materials are very personal though. What I love, you may hate. And that's so true. We all have our own stuff we like to color with, our own stuff that we like to draw with, and what somebody loves, you may absolutely hate, and that's okay. It just depends on what you enjoy, and you should use the materials you enjoy so that your time is relaxing and enjoyable. Have fun. There is no table of content or index to this book. Instead, random page hopping and flipping from project to project is encouraged, kind of like we do in coloring books. And then it says discover more, and she gives her web address that you can check out. So here she goes into materials that she uses: paper, pencils, pens, erasers, coloring, compass, tracing paper, graph paper, any of those. Then it looks like she's got sections. So this is her garden section. And as she does it, she does a lot of flowers. I mean, you open to a page, you're gonna find flowers and vegetation in her coloring books. So it's only fitting that garden is the first category, I think. So here we go, blooms, and it shows you how she draws her flowers step by step. I think that's so cool. And then you have an area that you can fill in and make your own, and then you can color it if you'd like. I think this book is kind of cool and kind of a very good idea, because I think in her first couple of books, like Secret Garden, she left places for you to fill in. Continue the Vine. fill in with inky details. So she left space for you to color or space for you to draw your own. But I don't know how many people actually did that. How many people actually felt comfortable drawing, and to make it look like it belongs in the page. You know, I think that's very difficult to draw like someone else unless you have kind of a step-by-step guide of how they draw, because we all kind of have our signature, you know, and it's hard to counterfeit, hard to copy. So here she's giving you step-by-step instructions on how to do this. And so you could always like take the stuff you learned in this book and go back to those older books of hers and fill in some of those, which I think is really fun. Leaves, doing the same thing. Botanical Borders, so gives you ideas of borders to do, and then it gives you space to make your own borders. Posies, so here we have kind of flowers and vegetation. Or leaves, add leaves and color to these florals to turn them into beautiful bouquets. So this is really fun. Here she has this, like this part looks like it's pretty well finished, like you could just color it, just like a coloring book. This down here says, fill this magical garden with beautiful blooms, then bring it to life in color. So you could actually take some of this and fill it, you know, and fill in some bigger stuff. I think that's what she's intending. And gives you some ideas. Then bouquets. And then this is a beautiful page you could just color. Inky insects, so same thing. Add some inky insects to this garden scene. Add the bugs from the previous page or invent your own. So you could do that. This page also looks like you could just color it as well. So there's a few pages that you could just color. But if you're looking for a coloring book, this may not be the book for you. But if you're looking to learn how to draw in her style, then this would be a great book for you. Super Skill Symmetry. So she shows you how she makes things symmetrical. So that is awesome. Same with the butterflies, how to get them symmetrical. Shows you different ways to decorate them. Then her spherical motifs are kind of the mandala type ones. Shows you how she designs those. Floral garland, how she designs those. Really cute. Symmetrical crests, how she gets them symmetrical. Some tips on how to cluster your flowers. Patterns, like you get that wallpaper pattern. Beautiful. Then we go into oceans, which she had a whole book called, where did it go? The Lost Oceans, and I believe there were ones in this book as well that she left some space for you. Well, like there's ones that just have quite a bit of space, but I thought there were like, maybe she didn't. Maybe by this book she had given up on that idea. Well, I mean, she's got some like center cutouts here. So maybe a little bit, but not as much as in her first book. Yeah, okay. So fishies. How to draw her fishies. Then she gives you a scene for you to draw some fishies in. Really cute. Some boats. So you get her style of boats. Then she gives you some fishies just to put some patterns on. That's kind of fun. And then seaweed tangles, which she has in that Lost Oceans book. They're kind of fun to color. And then some trinkets. She gives you a page to fill in your trinkets. This paper is really nice and thick. I think it's, yeah, it's thicker than her coloring book pages. It's nice and thick, so that you can use your pens. I still wouldn't use an alcohol marker, but you could like use a fine liner and stuff, which you probably want to with her books because her style is so intricate and small. Let's see, some more stuff here. Crabs. Crabs are a big thing in that book. So how to draw a crab, how to get it symmetrical, and then gives you something to work on. Ocean patterns, very fun. Seashells. Seaweed. And then she gives you a little scene that you can add some seaweed and some fish to. Ship in a bottle, how cute. So you could draw your own ships in these bottles. Ocean ribbon motifs. Jellyfish, and then she has a lobster here for you to color or to add textures to. Then we get into forest. So she had the Enchanted Forest. So she's kind of gone through her books so far. What did we have? So far we've had kind of a section on her secret garden and a section on her lost ocean. And now we're in the forest, so Enchanted Forest. I just want to see if she kind of does that with all of her books or just some. So, falling leaves, we get some leaves. And a page for you to practice. Wildflowers. These look like the flowers out of these look like the flowers out of World of Flowers. They were just like a little bit bigger than what she had in her other books, like little bigger flowers. So that kind of looks like those. Then we have some leafy bugs, which she also did in her World of Flowers. So I'm kind of seeing a lot of World of Flowers in this section. And a dragonfly, some mushrooms and toadstools, that's cute. Some berries, forest finds. These look like what you would find in Enchanted Forest. We have vines. You would just fill this whole page up with vines. Some more ferns and leaf vegetation. How to. Borders. Shows you how she creates her borders to be symmetrical and trees to be symmetrical. We have a secret door. So she gives you it, and then you can, you know, embellish everything and draw your door in there. An owl and how to make him symmetrical. Birds. I love little birdies. Woodland garland. And then the end and a test page, so you have a place to test your material so you don't bleed through on a page you don't want to. So that's always nice to have. Creativity is a matter of confidence, not talent, she says here at the end, and that is true. So how cute is this book? I think this book is a really good companion to all of her books. But if you're looking for a coloring book, I don't think I would spend my money on this book, but as a companion to her coloring books, I think it's wonderful and very well put together, and I think it's very easy to follow. So yeah, if you're interested in learning how to draw like she does, or learning how to add those embellishments in the other books of hers where she's left you space to do so, this would be a great book for you. I will leave the link in the description box down below. It's just there for your convenience so you can find the book. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend or week or whatever this is. I think it's a Monday, so week. And I hope you have time to relax and enjoy yourselves and de-stress, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!